Hello and welcome. This is rooflemonger, and my friends, EVO 2025 is now officially a wrap. And we've already talked about a lot of great news from EVO, and there's even more amazing news to talk about in this video. All sorts of news, all sorts of games, all sorts of announcements, and I guess let's start with Fatal Fury: City of the Wolves. You may have heard Ken is coming to the game. Well, he came to the game, also debuts with this lovely anime intro of Ken versus Terry Bogard, also comes with a patch for the game, and there's a lot in this patch. So there's lots of quality of life features. Naturally enough, it has Ken as well, and this is also the game's first major balance patch. I know a lot of people have been waiting for a balance patch. We got it, don't worry. And yes, Billy got nerfed. Don't worry about that. And besides that, on the Ken note, in case you're unaware, when they're showcasing all this, they put out a nice little by the way. So Ken, he's out right now. Like right now. As soon as that trailer was done, he's out. You can go play him right now. You don't gotta wait. And also, the game is on sale right now, by the way, 40% off, so it's the first big sale of the game. The Season 1 DLC is completely free. It's all a pretty good get. If you're interested in how Ken plays, we already had a hands-on gameplay video. Go check that out. So that's some pretty cool news, and it's just the beginning, because there's a lot of really cool news. Like say, hey, on the Guilty Gear Strive front, we now have our Lucy trailer, our latest addition for Season 4 of the game, the final DLC character of Season 4. And if you're at all a fan of Cyberpunk Edge Runners, I think you're going to be very, very happy. And by the way, if you've never watched Cyberpunk Edge Runners, you really should. It's basically a 10 out of 10 show. And as far as being a character in Guilty Gear Strive, Lucy's pretty cool. Like, she uses a lot of her like electro whips, which she kind of barely used in the show. But you gotta use something, right? And plus, she can shoot Happy Chaos in the face, and that feels like kind of just desserts to me. And on top of just being aesthetically cool, including recreating the one shot from the anime, she's also mechanically really cool, because what is even this? So she can use quick hacks from Cyberpunk. And yeah, you pick from a menu and you hack your enemy. That's very different in fighting game terms, to say the least. You can do stuff like hack their eyes, and when their eyes are hacked, then all of a sudden you're very hard to read, and they're probably going to get mixed up. Looks like hacks might also help with your combo structure. Hacks can like glitch the enemy out. Like, if you're going to give Arc System Works anything, you got to give them that they are very inventive in translating over a character that should be difficult to translate over to a fighting game, as she barely actually fights, and yet, hey, here we are. So when is she coming out? Well, nobody's competing with Ken. Ken's the only one who got shadow dropped for EVO, but she's not coming out terribly far away. Coming out this month, August the 21st. And she'll also be coming with Ranked Update. We've all been waiting for proper Ranked Online. She's coming with that. And there will also be a balance patch with her. So it's going to be a pretty big update, all things said and told. And that's not the only bit of Guilty Gear news. So they put out a lovely video just for like a little bit of a retrospective, I guess, if you will, on Guilty Gear Strive. So Strive has now broken 3.5 million players, and that's really good, you know. Strive's been such a mega success for ArcSys. It's the biggest game they've ever made that they own, because, you know, they don't own the rights for, like, say, you know, Dragon Ball, right? And it's in such a big way, too. Strive outsold Exard 10 times over. That's not a small increase. That's a big deal. You went from like a niche title to a phenomenon. And we're showing here, you know, seasons 1 through 4. We're just kind of wrapping up season 4 with Lucy. So is the game done? And well, nah, we're not going anywhere. A new chapter begins. And it's going to be Guilty Gear Strive 2.0. Oh, and by the way, more characters are assuredly coming, and they're not being too particular about the hints here. This here is almost assuredly Robo-Kai. Same belt buckle and everything. So new look, but it's him. This one here, very likely longtime fan favorite Jam Corandoberry, our extra loud ditzy kung fu girl. So what I'm saying is Guilty Gear Strive's been around for a long time now, and it ain't going anywhere. This is the game that helped cement the modern era of the FGC, and it's still going strong. And speaking of the modern era of the FGC, Street Fighter 6 is certainly the face of it, and we have our first look at Crimson Viper in Street Fighter 6. No gameplay just yet. It's too early for that. We do get the traditional World Tour teaser trailer, though. A look at her all-new outfit for Street Fighter 6 here. Got to update with the times. Everyone gets new looks. And it's a very sexy scientist look for sure. Also, she's working for CERN. If you played much World Tour, CERN's not exactly the good guys. They seem to be sort of like the remnants of Sin, like Seth's organization. So it'll be interesting to see how the plot stuff turns out. But yeah, she has a recording of Bison and she uses you as a dummy. And it's made very clear she still has her techno toys and got them in spades. She is, on top of being a scientist, still got that whole secret agent vibe going on. And she's very generous from saving you from the danger she herself put you in. And once again, I mentioned the special gadgets. So she very much has the old lightning knuckles and some pretty cool tricks there. That looks really cool, right? If that's basic throw, that'd be something else like it was in Street Fighter 4. So for proper gameplay, it's going to be a big mystery, right? We don't know when, what form it's going to take. Autumn sometime, probably later rather than earlier. And hopefully she maintains the flair that she's had before in Street Fighter 4. Now, besides that, coming with the Sagat patch is the summer costumes. And they've been long awaited and long anticipated ever since they showed up. Since the news broke out, people have been looking forward to them. And why not? They're cool costumes. They're for a wide variety of characters. They're good looks, and we're starved for costumes, frankly. We can use anything we can get. And I'm personally just a really big fan of the graphics. I just really appreciate the graphical fidelity and the artistic vision behind these outfits. I'm just really glad this isn't just about selling DLC. It's about the art. But yeah, I imagine these costumes will be pretty popular with the Street Fighter 6 crowd. People like costumes for the ladies. Oh, and I guess Luke and Jamie get costumes too, but we're not thinking about them. So Sagat comes out on the 5th, these costumes come out on the 5th, and there's more actually. This isn't the only thing we're getting. Nice quality of life changes like being able to access replays from training mode. And recommended replays will show you against characters that you struggle against. So basically, Street Fighter 6 just keeps evolving as a game. It's sort of the gold standard and it's still going strong. And speaking of still going strong, Granblue Fantasy Versus is not going anywhere. In fact, they got their newest DLC character, Willness, coming out. Admittedly, I do not know much about the Granblue world and the lore, but I do know this boy is a big boy. And he kind of F's you up, and honestly, that's enough for me. You can call me basic, and yeah, you're right. I like big characters that beat up characters smaller than them. I always have. I'm an easy person to please in that way. Especially when you turn into a giant friggin' dragon and do giant dragon drop kicks onto the enemy when you're 1,000 feet tall. Sure, I'm sold. That works for me. Oh, and by the way, Willness is out very soon, as Willness is out on August the 5th. So very, very soon. And also, there's more coming for Granblue. Granblue is adding EX characters. So if you're unaware what an EX character is, it's more of an old school concept I guess they're bringing back, is you take an existing character, right? So you don't have to do all new art and all that kind of stuff, but you basically make a second character out of that existing character. New moves, new properties, effectively all new playable characters, they just happen to look a little bit like one of the ones from before. So that's really cool. Also, I'm assuming this is a sneak peek at our next playable character as well. And once again, I do not know the Granblue lore, I'm very sorry. I got no idea who these two are. But they seem to have a bit of a dynamic going on, so I'm sure people will approve. And that's going down sometime in October. And hey, keeping on the anime fighting game front, Izumi is coming to Under Night in Birth 2. So she is our latest character, and once again, I'm not the most familiar with the Uni lore, but she seems to fight with a friendly magic fish, although maybe not so friendly to the enemy. And yes, we got fish mix-ups. And this is another character that's coming out shortly. So Izumi will be coming out August the 19th. So August is a pretty busy month all in told for fighting games. I'm all here for it, right? Sort of a fan of this whole fighting game thing if you've watched the channel before. if you've never kind of parsed that one out. So I'm very happy to see more and more and more. And the hits just keep on coming. How about Invincible Versus? Invincible Versus receiving its first ever guest character, getting Omni Man made famous by Mortal Kombat 1. No, I'm joking, you know I'm joking, don't be that guy in the comments, because there's always that one guy. So yeah, Omni Man looks kind of jacked up, like right here. Like at EVO, I got to play some Invincible Versus and hopefully a video on that in the next few days. I have very positive impressions. But I played Battle Beast, and Battle Beast is the big, ignorant, armored character. And here, Omni Man is out-armoring him. So basically, they're doing the boy some justice. And he's pretty brutal. He's got like effectively a Shoryuken, some big nasty headbutts. He is a vicious character in what we already know to be a very vicious game. I do like a lot of the presentation of Invincible is very true to the comic and the animation, in that the characters are not martial artists, they are beatdown artists. And very clear here in Nolan's Cinematic Super, because kind of recreating the scene where he destroys a planet in a couple seconds, and his son is bearing the brunt of that. And well, for the icing to cap it all off, you know, have fun with this. So Omni Man is looking good. And hey, let's keep it comic book. So Marvel Tokon definitely making a splash. And actually at EVO, I did get some small hands-on time with it. I was very lucky. And even luckier in that Arc System Works allowed me to take some camera footage from the screen directly. So I'll have hopefully some impressions in the next few days. But hey, we got a beta coming. And it's not even far away. I've been saying this game's further along than most people think. So this beta is next month, September. Yeah, real soon. Now, to note, this is a PlayStation only beta. This is a Sony published property after all, so no PC, very sorry to say. But yeah, go sign up now, and here's hoping. It is a closed beta. There's going to be a lot of salty people that didn't get in. I hope I'm not one of them, to be honest. Looks like it'll allow for some offline play as well, which is honestly more than I personally anticipated. And yes, Arc System Work lobbies are back. Some people love them, some people hate them, but it's here to stay. All I can say is this game is a lot of fun, and I hope you can all get your hands on it. Now, on to the land of 3D fighters, and yes, notice how I said fighters. There's more than one 3D fighter now. We finally got our first gameplay in-engine look at Virtua Fighter 6, and in fact, we already did the whole video on it. Check out this video, we got the whole breakdown there. There's a lot of interesting stuff, so I don't want to go over it twice. Please check out that video, but hey, really exciting stuff. I'm so happy for the new Virtua Fighter. On the Tekken front, we did get the very anticipated Armor King trailer. And I gotta say, this is a pretty damn good trailer. I was fully underwhelmed by like everything Facom Ram, and I really dig Armor King. We got the green mist. Great. We got the big boy grabs. That's great. You could cut it there. Honestly, I'm already won over, right? But we got more than that. Like, you know, hey, we exist in a game with heat now, right? So we have heat mist and just hell of headbutts. And we got some nasty wall throws here, you know. Regular King's more technical wrestler. Armor King is a bit more of a mean person. And he's busting out the big boy stuff, like the backflip DDT. AJ Styles does that a lot. How about Shining Wizard wall splats? Sure, full combo off that, why not? And we also get to see the heat smash off of this, and it's a big F off drop kick. And he's got some sass on him too, like he's always had the dark uppercut. And now he can like breathe fire onto his hand and give dark upper a flame buff. So not quite a Mishima electric, I guess, but it certainly has its own flair to it. And naturally, a move like upper gives, you know, pronounced juggle combos, and he can dunk you good on the juggles. In fact, he just has a lot of fire-based punches now, so leaning into the flame element, I suppose. King's more of a sports entertainer. Armor King's more of a indie mud show kind of guy. He loves the fire. We got stunners. We got power bombs. We even got the Stormbreaker as a crouch grab. And in fact, Will Ospreay, who uses the Stormbreaker, is very happy because he's a Tekken fan. So seeing a move that he personally uses in the game with, you know, such a famous character, that's got to be a pretty cool feel. And as far as like the animation goes, it's animated beautifully, looks sick. And speaking of looking sick, the rage art, oh my god, so good. So Tekken leaning into Tekken. Don't be like Virtua Fighter. Virtua Fighter's trying to be real, don't be real. Be Tekken, right? And here in this like giant exploding wrestling ring, which he breaks with the driver, by the way. This is a pretty apocalyptic burning hammer, I would say. Then he hits the pose with the pyro. It's all golden. It's all golden. And then the win pose. You are on a table, and then he smashes you through the table. That's the win pose. Best win pose in the game. Free. I see this, I'm a lot more excited for Tekken 8 right now. Armor King looks awesome. And if that was it, okay, that'd be enough. Honestly, people would be happy. But we now know that last secret, final, all-new character. And yes, Armor King is coming out October the 13th. So we were promised an all-new character coming to the Tekken universe. And no, not a guest character, not a return, like something we've never seen before. And that's what we got. And we're getting Miari Zo, and hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. So she's from Madagascar, and she's got a pretty cool look to her. And not too many characters in fighting games from Madagascar, to say the least. I am always a big fan of having new characters from very underrepresented regions around the world. We got enough Americans and Japanese fighting game characters, okay? We're good on those. So no gameplay or anything, she's definitely much further along. This little tease is probably all we're getting for a good long while. And we don't got a lot, but we do have some small details for her. So fighting using African martial arts. And she learned martial arts by mimicking animal movements. So she might have a pretty, if you'll forgive the pun, wild fighting style. Like we have plenty of animal martial arts, but they're all like, you know, the various styles of kung fu. So maybe there's another way to go about it. This is an all new character. There's no basis for her. You can literally just do whatever you want, right? There's no legacy to uphold here. So hopefully they make it fun and interesting. Tekken sort of needs to get back on an upswing after, you know, the unpleasantness of the last while. Hopefully she's a cool character. So lots of great news over EVO. We have lots of coverage from stuff at EVO. Like I had hands-on with Sagat. That's in another video. Check that out. But we had so much to go through, and there's so much to come now. A lot of this stuff is coming at us in a fairly short span. August and September are going to be busy months. Most of these DLCs are August. September, we got 3 betas. We got the Virtua Fighter 5 World Stage beta. We have the Marvel Tokon beta. And then 2XKO goes into the permanent beta. Very exciting times for the FGC is ahead. And check out in the next few days as I have even more coverage from EVO stuff with games I managed to get hands-on time with. But that all said, that is the news for the moment, and that is the news for now. So, thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some fighting games.
Yeah.